Welcome to Arise United Devils. In today's news, Manchester United confirmed 25-man Champions League squad. All of Manchester United's summer signings have been included in their 25-man squad for the Champions League group stage, but there is no room for Donny van de Beek. United have submitted their squad to UEFA for the start of the group stages later this month, and Jadon Sancho is included, despite taking his grievances with Erik Ten Hag public on social media on Sunday. Andre Onana, Mason Mount and Rasmus Hojlund are also included in the squad, as are deadline day signing Altay Bayindir, Johnny Evans, Sergio Reguilon and Sofiane Amrabat. United also include both injured left-backs Tyrell Malacia and Luke Shaw for the group stages, which end on December 12, which suggests both should be fit and ready for action before then. The A-list squad comprising 25 players has been submitted to UEFA for the group stage, but it can be supplemented by B-list players, submitted in advance of every game and including homegrown youngsters. Alejandro Garnacho will be included on that list, and Hannibal Mejbri is also likely to feature, while United might also name a fourth goalkeeper from the academy on the B list. The biggest name left out of the A list is Van de Beek, who has been linked with a move away from Old Trafford all summer. He hasn't been in either of the previous 3 matchday squads in the Premier League, with Ten Hag saying after the defeat to Tottenham he was looking for a move. Galatasaray have shown an interest in signing the Dutch midfielder on loan, and the transfer window remains open in Turkey for another 10 days. United begin their Champions League campaign in Bavaria against Bayern Munich on September 20th, with Galatasaray and FC Copenhagen also in their group. Here is the Champions League squad in full. Goalkeepers: Altay Bayindir, Andre Onana and Tom Heaton. Defenders: Diogo Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Tyrell Malacia, Lisandro Martinez, Sergio Reguilon, Raphael Varane, Johnny Evans, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Midfielders: Sofiane Amrabat, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay and Mason Mount. Forwards: Antony, Jadon Sancho, Facundo Pellistri, Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Hojlund. It has been reported that Sergio Ramos snubbed Manchester United before sealing a return to Sevilla. The Spanish defender, 37, left Paris Saint-Germain at the end of last season after a difficult 2 years in the French capital. During the summer, he received a number of offers, including a reported £17.1 million a year proposal from Saudi Arabian side Al-Ittihad. And Sunsport can now exclusively reveal he was also approached by Man Utd, who tabled a bid that was instantly rejected by the Real Madrid legend. Following Raphael Varane's injury last month, the Red Devils made a late play to sign Ramos as the transfer window prepared to shut. But United were slow to detail the terms of the offer, before they eventually proposed a 1-year, £73,000 a week contract. This was immediately declined by the World Cup winner. Man Utd were said to be upset that he turned their offer down so swiftly. And now he has secured a return to Sevilla, who brought him through their academy 20 years ago. Ramos spent 3 seasons in Sevilla's first team between 2003 and 2006, playing 50 games. He then went on to enjoy a 16-year stint with Real Madrid, where he won 4 Champions Leagues and 5 La Liga titles. In another development, Erik Ten Hag is understood to be bitterly disappointed by Jadon Sancho's social media outburst, according to reports. The Manchester United star was left out for the loss at Arsenal on Sunday, with the Dutchman later commenting in the post-match press conference that his omission was a result of his standards in training, with other players preferred as a result. Speaking in the immediate aftermath of United's 3-1 defeat at Arsenal, which saw the likes of Antony, Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Hojlund selected ahead of Sancho, Ten Hag said, "On his performance on training, we didn't select him. You have to reach the level every day at Manchester United. You can make choices in the front line, so in this game he wasn't selected." Despite the quote coming direct from Ten Hag, Sancho was quick to post on social media as he took aim at the stories being written as a result of the comments. The Englishman told people to not believe everything they read, and that he was a scapegoat. Ten Hag and his staff were stunned by the player's choice of response. The United boss felt particularly let down given the lengths he has gone to ensure Sancho can get back to playing his best, including sending him on an individual training camp last season and giving him time away from the rigors of high-pressure Premier League football. Sancho moved to United 2 summers ago, back when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in charge, for £73 million from Borussia Dortmund after regularly lighting up the Bundesliga. However, he struggled for form and consistency since moving to Old Trafford, but was keen to hit back against Sunday's remarks on social media. It is understood that no face-to-face talks will take place between Ten Hag and Sancho, with the international break now affording players who aren't selected for their country time off. Sancho has been out of the England picture for some time following his drop-off in form. The 23-year-old had come on as a sub in United's opening 3 Premier League games before being left out on Sunday. Throughout his time in Manchester, he struggled to impact games, scoring just 12 times in his 2 full seasons. Furthermore, Jadon Sancho is reported to be facing Manchester United axe, with Erik Ten Hag deciding fate after public spat. Jadon Sancho faces being exiled at Manchester United following his public criticism of boss Erik Ten Hag. Sancho took to social media to defend himself after Ten Hag claimed the winger was left out of United's squad for Sunday's 3-1 defeat at Arsenal because of poor training performances. Ten Hag is said to have taken a dim view of Sancho's public show of dissent and criticism of him and could decide to make the 23-year-old train away from the first-team squad. United players not representing their country have been given time off during the international break, with Sancho, not involved with England, not due back in training until next week. Ten Hag is an arch-disciplinarian, who punishes players who undermine him or who fall short of the high standards, both on and off the pitch, that he sets for all of his players. Cristiano Ronaldo was shown the door at United after publicly declaring he had no respect for Ten Hag, while Marcus Rashford was dropped for a game after turning up late for a team meeting. Sancho has been left to wait to learn his fate, after his social media post, in which he effectively accused Ten Hag of lying about the reason for his absence on Sunday. But Sancho is almost certain to face disciplinary action, with Ten Hag having declared there have to be consequences when players step out of line. It has also been revealed that Manchester United medical staff detected Sofyan Amrabat injury before transfer. The 27-year-old, who will now compete for a spot in United's midfield, finally joined the Red Devils on deadline day, following months of speculation. Amrabat has been signed on an initial season-long loan deal, though the deal includes an option to purchase the Moroccan. After failing to raise enough funds through player sales, United had to wait until the final days of the window before making a move for Amrabat. Matt Hargreaves, United's head of negotiations, took a private jet to Florence in order to conclude a deal. There was not enough time for Amrabat to fly to the UK, so medical was booked for him in Italy. It was during the medical that staff detected a back issue, according to The Athletic. The midfielder had to take pain-killing injections during Morocco's run to the World Cup semi-finals in December. On the day of the country's semi-final against France, Amrabat was convinced he would not be able to play due to the pain in his back. The problem has persisted, and staff detected the issue during the medical. However, it was not deemed serious enough to block the transfer and United completed the loan deal. Fans, do you think that Donny van den Beek's exclusion from the Champions League squad is a good decision? Let's know what you think about this in the comments section below. Till next time, thank you for watching.